Tip number 1 is to not buy any storage containers until you have purged. Don't run out and buy storage supplies to store all of your junk. Remember this 80-20 rule. This is the theory that most professional organizers use. Most of the time we only use 20% of the stuff we own, and 80% of the stuff we own, we don't use it at all. Tip number 2 is to be picky with items that enter your home. Think carefully about the items that you allow into your home. Consider your needs before accepting any hand-me-downs. What this means is, if anybody tells you, "Oh, I don't need this anymore," or "I don't want it anymore, do you want it?" Sometimes we feel obligated to take the stuff that other people give us, but remember that our house is gonna look like one of those thrift stores. We're going to keep on storing a lot of junk that people don't want into our homes. So next time that somebody tells you, "Oh, do you want this? I don't want it anymore," just make sure that you consider very well what you're going to accept inside of your house. And think to yourself, do I need it? Do I really want it? And do I have the space to store this item? Tip number 3 is to avoid duplicate items or items that have the same function into our homes. So let me give you an example. This big item that you see here is a printer. It's a laser printer. And this one that you see up here is a small printer. So this is the perfect example of a duplicate item. Why do you need to have 2 printers in your house when you're only going to be using one? Let me give you another example of a duplicate item. This that you see here is a sewing machine, and this other one that you see here in the little box is another sewing machine. So my question again is, why would you like to have duplicate items? Do you really need to have 2 sewing machines when you're only going to be using one? This is the example of an item that has the same function. This one that you see to the left hand side is a coffee maker, and the one that you see to the right hand side is another coffee maker. Again, do you really need to have 2 machines that have the same function? Both of them are gonna make coffee anyways. Tip number 4 is to store your kids' toys on shelving units. Toys can create quite a mess. They are often used daily but rarely get put away by the kids. Teach your kids that after every time that they're finished playing, they must put their toys back on the shelf. Therefore, by buying a shelving unit within your child's reach. This way, storing all of your toys will always be such a breeze. Tip number 5 is to seek functionality over visual appeal. Functional organizing means to organize based upon your needs and not organizing your items in a way that is only visually appealing. This is the best way to ensure that you can stay organized. Organizing is about creating a system that caters to your needs, not just tidying up or putting things in piles. In here, I will give you the perfect example of functional organizing. This is my kitchen counter. As you could see, it doesn't have that many things on it. And I am only storing on top of my counters what I use on daily basis, so it functions for me. And this is another example of something that is functional. This is a small shelf that I have, and in here I am storing bottles of water, and then up here I'm storing bottles of soda. This is something that functions for me, and it's not something that is looking pretty. Like, I'm not trying to make the shelf look beautiful. I'm just trying to store things there that are going to be functional for me. Tip number 6 is to consider pull-out storage. Having cabinets in your kitchen or bathrooms that have pull-out shelves makes it super easy to see the entire contents of a shelf without having to pull the items out just to get the ones on the back. And in here you have the perfect example. This is a pull-out shelf inside of my kitchen, and I am storing all of my cooking spices in here. As you could see every single spice that I have just by pulling the shelf out. I don't have to pull anything out just to get to the items on the back. Thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to give us a like and to subscribe to this channel for more videos like this one. You're free to share this video with your family and your friends, and thanks for watching.